Okay, so here we are back again for another trade. Today, taking on Visa earnings. Let's just set this up. So we've had a big rally up in today's market. It's been a pretty crazy day, really. Nasdaq, the Qs have just bolted out of the gate today. What else we got? S&P futures are up 0.5%. Nasdaq's up 1 1/3. Amazon's up 2 1/3%. QQQ's 1 1/4. So anyway, we've got a little earnings play on Visa. It is tomorrow. This trade expires tomorrow. It expires at the end of the week. Let me just shift the screen down a bit here. Okay, I've just sold a 87.90 expiring this week. Now what that means is, let me just plot it, and there is the closing bell. 87.90 edit. I like to do this on all my trades. It just gives me a little reference. October. So that's basically my trade. It's currently closed at 83.20. The expected move. Let's bring this down in here. The expected move is $2.75, which I'll put it at about 86 or so, but you know, that's only a rough guideline. I've sold the end of the month, October 4s, or 28th of October's they are, for 23 cents. Another small little trade. Bid ask is pretty widespread. It's not very nice at all. I've sold it for 23 cents, so just off the mid price. Anyway, let's pump this onto an aftermarket. I don't know when it is, whether it's aftermarket tonight or before pre-market like tomorrow. Let's just have a look. Show the extended. Conference calls at 4 PM Central. Okay, so oops. Let's just muck around with a few tools here. I was trying to get to the Okay, so as you can see, it's another trade where it can go, the stock can go up or down. It really doesn't matter too much, as long as it doesn't go much. I mean, I am a long way away. You remember I'm up at 87, sorry. So my strike's coming into play here somewhere. There it is there. So as long as we stay below that line, I will take the money and run. Current IV levels are 40%, the average is 20s, maybe 22s, so you're looking at about a, not quite 50%, but you should see at least about a 30% drop in IV tomorrow on the opening bell, which will obviously drop the prices in the options. So this is Visa. This is my trade. 87 to 190, way up there, protection. Now, I don't care really as long as it does not go too much. It needs to rally $4, which the expected move is only 3, so I don't know if that is about a 2 standard deviation move. Let me just check that out. Sorry, I'm just on another screen right now. So 1.25, 1.5. It is about a 1.6 or 1.7 standard deviation move, and chances are that's not going to happen to the upside unless everybody has been using their credit card. Anyway, so this is Visa, closed at 83.17. Expected move is $3. I've sold the 87 and 90 strikes expiring this week, and looking for it to stay below $87 by expiration, or tomorrow. We'll definitely see a large chunk of profits as long as it's below those levels. So anyway, this has been Visa. This is my earnings play. We have another hour or so before the markets sort of sort out what they're going to do. So yeah, we will see you on the next video. I will try my best to be up and record the opening bell tomorrow. Let's just bring the prices back in. You can see the bid and ask 14.30, horrendous spread really, not very nice at all. But we'll see how that pans out tomorrow. Let me just quickly put. Okay, put these prices in. Okay, you can see 23. I sold it for 23. It's currently 22. So I will show this tomorrow on opening. So this is Visa, a little earnings play. See you tomorrow morning. Okay, so this is just kind of a second video. I just wanted to sort of phrase a few things. This is a Visa earnings play that I've got on today. We've just entered at the market close. Let's drop down to a 5-minute chart. I've just entered within the last 5 or 10 minutes of the day. I have sold a 87.90 strike expiring this week, so it is a 28th of October 87.90 call spread. I've sold 23 cents. If I bring this down in here, it's currently 22. The bid ask is huge. Now this trade expires this week. It is just an earnings play for tonight, overnight. Now this is another little example for those trading penny stock or small cap. Each position requires only $300 per contract. I've been paid or taken in credit of $23. It is a fairly safe trade. It is not a big paying trade at all. It is actually very low on the earnings level, but percentages. But as you can see, here's a daily chart. That's, as long as it stays below that, I will take 100% profit. So yeah, it's a $300 position per contract, taken in $23, and it expires this week. Okay, now it's not a big earner by any means, being this safe. It's probably about an 8% gain. But hey, if I can take 8% overnight, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, it is a very safe trade. I typically would have put other positions on, maybe a bit laddered them, maybe done some closer ones, maybe done one at 84, sold the 84s, maybe sold 86s, as well as the 87s, you know, or 85s, 8550s or something like that, just to take an extra credit and use the bigger, further out of the money one as defense. Done that as a bigger spread, done it as a bigger contracts. Basically lower the contracts, for instance, like you know, one contract here, sold one of the 84s, sold maybe two 8550s, and sold, you know, 5 or 3 87s. You know, kind of a ratio like that, maybe, you know, a 1, a 2 and a 3 contract. But anyway, this is the Visa trade. Current IV levels are about 40 something percent. Let's just check that out. It's 40%. Expect to move $3. The average IV is low 20s, so you've got almost a 50% IV drop potential. Well, it will drop. It's not a potential, it will drop. So a bit of an IV crush there. So anyway, reporting earnings at 4 o'clock Central. I believe it was Central. Yep, 4 p.m. Central. So we've got a little while to go. So anyway, this is my Visa earnings play. We will see how it pans out, and I will post tomorrow's opening online also, so you can see the outcome. But as you can see, I can't even squash this, it's just too ridiculous. If I go to 30-minute chart, it's so hard to show because I'm so safe. Famous last words though. Okay, so you can see the range that it's been in. You know, it's sort of been between $80, $81 and $84 for quite a while now. Let's get this out of the way. And yeah, you know, it's a big jump for it to come up. But anyway, regardless of what happens. But yeah, no need to guess the direction. Unlike your stock trades, where, you know, are you going to go short? Are you going to go long? It is an $80 stock, so how many people with a small account can play Visa? You know, you buy 10 shares, that's not going to give you much. You know, if it goes up the expected move of $3, you're going to make $30 profit. Well, you can make $23. I just sold some $23 per contract, and per contract is only $300. So, you know, a a 10 share trade requiring $800 to make $30, where if I've spent $300 to make nearly $30 or $23. So you can see the advantages, I hope. One, it requires a lot less capital. I mean, for the $900 or less than that, for 825 approximate dollars, I could have done 3 contracts, and I'd be looking at making $75 versus the share trade of $30, plus put in your fees into that equation as well. And I don't have to go long or short. I can have little upside protection, and if it stays the same, drops down, whatever, I get to keep my profit. This is why options trading is so much more superior than trading stocks. So much more. I'll go into a bit more detail, I think. I might add a little video onto the end of this. A little cost comparison between if you were trading this with shares. I think $1,000 position would be fairly average for a lot of people starting out trading or with smaller accounts. I don't think there'll be too many people that I've seen that are starting to trade able to put more than $1,000 into a single position. So I'll do some maths and add another little video, and we'll see how earnings goes. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Visa Earnings Play.